I'm Matt Bishar with REIT.com here in Atlanta for REITWorld 2014, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. Joining me is Vivek Seth, the Managing Director and Head of Real Estate Investment Banking with Raymond James. Vic, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Great.
Glad to be here.
Great. Here at REITWorld, you moderated a panel on real estate capital markets. What was your key takeaway from that discussion?
I mean, there were several themes that came about. First, the robustness of the markets and the capital flows today. I think that's evident to pretty much everybody who watches the cycle and watches the markets. The second is the earnings power that are in the REITs today. Fundamentals are strong, and the tailwinds are there for us to sort of really see some capital formation occur. And I think the third theme that was evident is REITs are really coming into their own. So whether that's speculation that the indices will be now specialized to just real estate versus being a part of the financial index, or inclusion of all the different property types in the sort of all REIT index, if you will. Between those two themes, I think you're going to see further capital inflows.
Now, interest rates is obviously a topic on everyone's mind. What sort of impact do you think that could have on the real estate capital markets?
Yeah, that's the $64,000 question, number one. My personal opinion is that it is very hard for interest rates to go up significantly from here with all the quantitative easing that's going on around the world. We've stopped today, but Bank of Japan just announced a surprise injection of liquidity, and we expect that the Eurozone is probably going to do something similar. So as a result, you have near zero interest rates in 2/3 of the developing world, developed world, and all of that money has to find a home and place where you can get 150 basis points arbitrage versus euro, or 250 basis points arbitrage versus the Japanese market. Lo and behold, our long-term rates have a natural buyer. So I think there's going to be a lid on how quickly those rates can go up.
Now, lastly, are there any stories or themes in the real estate capital markets that you think may be getting a little less attention than they deserve?
The interesting thing about our sector is it's actually a pretty well-covered, well-followed space. So, there are not, that many hidden gems. But I think one of the themes that is emerging, and there are more companies that are coming of age, are in the single-family for rent space. So you have, a valid sample set now of companies, and again, the tailwinds, are still solidly behind them. I think initially people thought that they might be just a trade and not a real business. I think that, skepticism has disappeared. So that's a theme I think you're going to hear a lot more of, or those companies you're going to hear a lot more from over the next couple of years.
Great. Well, Vic, thank you so much for your insights.
You're welcome.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.